Did you know that the key to transforming your life's biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities might have been discovered over 2,000 years ago? Picture facing life's storms with a calm so profound that nothing could disturb your inner tranquility. Sounds like a superpower, doesn't it? Well, it's not just a fantasy. This ancient superpower is a time-honored philosophy that remains as relevant today as it was in the bustling marketplaces and grand marble halls of ancient Rome and Greece. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not control every detail of our lives, we hold absolute power over how we choose to respond. And in today's world, where uncertainty seems to be the only constant, these teachings could be the anchor we've all been searching for. What if I told you that Stoicism is more about action than contemplation? It's about living a life infused with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment, no matter what life throws your way. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about understanding and managing them to lead a richer life. So whether you're grappling with stress, facing adversity, or simply seeking to find more joy in the everyday, stick around. Today, we're delving deep into Stoicism, uncovering its timeless wisdom, and discovering how it can transform not just the way we think, but the way we live. If you're eager to embark on this journey of transformation, don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit that like button. Stay with me until the end, without skipping, because every moment of this video is a step towards unlocking the Stoic wisdom that can change your life. Have you ever found yourself stuck in traffic, seething over the delay, or mindlessly scrolling through your phone, only to get upset over a negative comment someone left on your post? It happens to the best of us. It's almost as if our daily lives are filled with these little tests, challenging our mood and peace of mind at every turn. But here's a game-changing perspective from the world of Stoicism that can turn all that frustration on its head. Stoicism, this remarkable philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, offers us a powerful tool, focusing on what's within our control. The great Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that matters." Think about that for a moment. Traffic, bad weather, negative comments, these are all beyond our control. We can't change them, no matter how much we wish we could. What we can change, however, is how we respond to them. This idea isn't just ancient wisdom, it's supported by modern psychology as well. Carl Jung, a towering figure in the field of psychology, famously stated, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with Stoic practice. It's about recognizing that the only real power we have is over our own reactions, thoughts, and actions. Let's break it down a bit. Say you're in that traffic jam, late for an important meeting. You can spend that time stewing in anger, honking your horn, and stressing out, which, let's be honest, won't make the cars ahead move any faster. Or, you can take a deep breath, accept the situation, and maybe use the time to listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or simply enjoy some music. The traffic hasn't changed, but your response to it has. And with that shift, your stress levels drop, and your day brightens, just a bit. This Stoic principle, of concentrating on what lies within your control, extends far beyond merely coping with traffic or the weather. It applies to our personal aspirations, our reactions to others, and our strategy for tackling life's hurdles. As Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic thinker, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So, the next time you feel yourself getting agitated over something outside your sphere of influence, remember these wise words from our Stoic guides. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it isn't, release it. Direct your energy towards your response, your attitude, and your actions. This subtle shift can have a significant impact on your stress levels and overall well-being. It's not always simple, but it's a practice worth integrating into your daily life. Remember, it's about continuous improvement, not about achieving perfection. And, as we learn to focus more on what's within our control, we'll find ourselves not merely enduring life's challenges, but flourishing in spite of them. Stoicism instructs us in the art of embracing obstacles as opportunities. It may sound counterintuitive, right? Most of us are conditioned to perceive obstacles as exactly that, barriers to our success and happiness. However, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus turn this perspective on its head. They encourage us that when life throws a curveball, instead of asking, "Why me?" we should ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in mindset is revolutionary. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his personal reflections, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What he conveys here is that every obstacle, no matter how formidable, not only tests our resilience but also imparts valuable lessons. It's about discovering the silver lining in difficult situations and using it to fuel our growth. This approach isn't just ancient wisdom, it's reinforced by contemporary thinkers as well. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung stated, "What you resist, persists." By opposing obstacles, we inadvertently empower them. However, by accepting and learning from them, we can transcend them. This Stoic approach is about converting challenges into stepping stones towards becoming stronger and more insightful. Let's put this into practical terms. Suppose you're facing repeated rejections from job applications. It's easy to succumb to a spiral of self-pity and doubt. But, what if you viewed each rejection as constructive feedback? Perhaps there's a skill you need to refine, or a new strategy to consider in your job search. This change in perspective can transform a series of rejections into a path for professional growth. Another scenario involves personal conflicts. They are uncomfortable and stressful, but they also present an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and communication skills. Every disagreement becomes a chance to understand different perspectives, and to hone our conflict resolution abilities. The essence of embracing obstacles as opportunities lies in asking ourselves, what can this situation teach me? Instead of being passive victims of circumstance, we become active learners and problem solvers. This doesn't imply that facing obstacles will become easy, but it does mean we approach them with a mindset focused on growth and learning. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it, that matters." This is the core of Stoicism. It's about looking beyond the immediate pain, or frustration, an obstacle might cause, and finding the lessons and opportunities it presents. So, when you're confronted with a challenge, big or small, try to pause and reframe it. Ask yourself what you can learn from the situation, and how it can make you stronger and wiser. Remember, obstacles aren't just hurdles to overcome, they're opportunities for growth. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can navigate life's ups and downs with greater grace, resilience, and wisdom. It's something we hear about all the time, right? Live in the now. But what does that really mean, and why is it so crucial? Living in the present moment is about fully embracing and experiencing where you are right now, not allowing your mind to drift to the worries of tomorrow or the regrets of yesterday. It's about recognizing that life, with all its beauty, challenges, and surprises, unfolds in the present. This concept isn't new, it has been a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, echoed by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and reiterated by modern psychologists and thinkers alike. Let's begin with the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." He recognized that the power of living in the present lies in its ability to anchor us, to clear our minds of distractions, and to enable us to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. But, why is it so challenging to stay present? Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts, concerns about what's ahead, or ruminations on events that have already transpired. This constant mental noise diverts us from the beauty and potential of the here and now. As the renowned psychologist, Carl Jung, expressed, "The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it." Living in the present moment infuses meaning into the small, everyday experiences, enriching our lives immeasurably. Aristotle discussed the significance of being mindful of the present, to attain eudaimonia, or a state of flourishing, that encompasses happiness, health, and prosperity. He believed that by focusing on the here and now, we could lead a virtuous life, fully engaging with our human experience. So, how can we cultivate the practice of living in the present? It begins with mindfulness, the art of being fully aware of the present moment, without judgment. When you eat, relish each bite. When you walk, feel the sensation of the ground beneath your feet. Engage actively when someone speaks to you, rather than planning your response. These simple acts of mindfulness draw us back into the present, making our lives richer and more meaningful. Seneca offered this insight: true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. He understood that anxiety about what lies ahead, or what has passed, only serves to diminish our joy in the present. Living in the present isn't about ignoring the future, or forgetting the past, it's about finding a harmonious balance where we learn from our past, and prepare for our future, without letting those activities consume our present. It's within this balance that we discover peace and contentment. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to reset and refocus on the now. It's in the present that we live, love, and create memories. So, let's make a conscious effort to be more present in our lives. Let's cherish the now, for this moment, right here, is where life truly happens. I understand that the word self-discipline might conjure images of rigid routines, and a life devoid of pleasure, but let's reframe that notion together. Self-discipline isn't about restricting your life, it's about empowering yourself to make decisions that align with your core values and long-term aspirations. It's about choosing what's right for you, not what's easy at the moment. At its essence, cultivating self-discipline is about mastering ourselves. It's about saying yes to things that benefit us, and no to things that don't, even when it's difficult. Think about it, whether it's adhering to a workout regimen, saving money instead of giving into impulse purchases, or turning off Netflix to concentrate on a project. These decisions might not offer immediate gratification, but they pave the way for long-term satisfaction and success. Stoic philosophy has much to say about self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of self-discipline. It's about controlling our impulses, emotions, and actions, despite the external temptations and distractions that life presents. Seneca also imparts wisdom on this topic. He advises us to remain resolute and govern our desires, rather than allowing them to govern us. He understood that true freedom originates from within, from our ability to manage ourselves and our appetites. But why is self-discipline so vital? Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, provides insight into this. He believed that we achieve excellence and virtue through habit. By practicing self-discipline, we nurture habits that guide us toward our best selves. It's not about sporadic acts of willpower, but about consistently making choices that reflect our values and objectives. Building self-discipline also ties into contemporary psychological understanding. Carl Jung, a pioneering figure in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all facets of our personality to live fully. This integration demands self-discipline, as we must navigate the desires of different parts of our psyche, choosing paths that contribute to our overall well-being and growth. So, how can we cultivate self-discipline in our everyday lives? Start small. Choose one area where you'd like to see improvement, whether it's your diet, exercise routine, or spending habits. Establish clear, attainable goals, and take it one day at a time. Remember, every time you make a decision that aligns with your objectives, you're strengthening the muscle of self-discipline. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is built through small, consistent efforts. It's about making progress, not achieving perfection. Each day brings new chances to practice self-discipline, to make choices that bring us closer to the person we aspire to be. Building self-discipline is a journey. It's about finding harmony between what we desire now and what we desire most. It's about making decisions that may be difficult in the moment, but will lead us closer to our goals, happiness, and inner peace in the long run. So, let's commit to this journey together, supporting each other and choosing what's right, not what's easy. Remember, within the realm of self-discipline lies the pathway to realizing our dreams and living a life we truly cherish. When life throws its curveballs, we all encounter a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling anger, sadness, or frustration is a natural part of being human. But here's the crucial part: it's not just about the emotions we experience, it's about how we manage them. That's where the magic of emotional resilience comes into play. Emotional resilience is like a superpower that enables us to navigate through life's storms with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. It's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding them, and then taking positive steps to move forward, rather than being swept away by the tide of our feelings. The Stoics had much to say about this. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound insight captures the essence of emotional resilience. It's about recognizing that while we may not have control over what happens to us, we do have control over how we respond. Our emotions don't have to dictate our actions. Seneca offers wisdom on facing adversity without losing our composure. He teaches that life's challenges are tests of our character and resilience. By confronting our feelings with understanding and patience, we can grow wiser and more resilient. But how do we cultivate this emotional resilience? It starts with self-awareness. Being mindful of our emotions and reactions allows us to understand ourselves better. It's okay to feel what we're feeling, but instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to respond in a manner that aligns with our values and long-term well-being. Aristotle spoke of the golden mean, the balance between excess and deficiency. This concept applies beautifully to emotional resilience. It's about finding a balanced response to our emotions, not suppressing them or letting them overwhelm us. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our psyche to achieve wholeness. Part of this integration involves confronting our emotions, understanding them, and learning from them. This is at the heart of developing emotional resilience. So, what can you do when you're in the grip of intense emotions? First, allow yourself to feel. Acknowledge your emotions, without judgment. Then, take a step back, and try to understand what triggered these feelings. This reflection can offer valuable insights into your emotional patterns and triggers. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a powerful reminder that our reactions to our emotions can shape our experiences. Instead of being reactive, we can choose to respond in a way that is constructive and healing. Developing emotional resilience is a continuous journey. It involves practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience. It's about building a toolkit of coping strategies, such as journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. Most importantly, it's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion as you navigate your emotions. Emotional resilience isn't about never feeling negative emotions, it's about learning to ride the waves of those emotions with grace, and emerging on the other side stronger and more self-aware. By developing emotional resilience, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with courage and poise. Let's embrace this journey together, supporting one another and becoming more emotionally resilient, and ultimately leading more fulfilling lives. The Stoics, including great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, employed the concept of memento mori, not to instill fear, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for each moment. They believed that by keeping the inevitability of death in mind, we would live more fully, consciously, and with gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the transience of life, urging us to live in a manner that is true to our values, and to make the most of the time we have. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, and say, and think, he wrote. This isn't about being morose, it's a call to action, a reminder to focus on what truly matters, to let go of trivial concerns, and to live with purpose and integrity. Seneca, likewise, addressed the brevity of life, encouraging us not to squander time on insignificant matters, but to concentrate on cultivating a meaningful existence. He posited that being cognizant of mortality inspires us to live more sagaciously, and to treasure our relationships and experiences. Epictetus highlighted the significance of centering our attention on the present, and optimizing our time. By keeping in mind that our lives are finite, we are more inclined to live morally, and to value the beauty and depth of life. But how can we integrate memento mori into our lives, without it seeming like a somber burden? It begins with a shift in perspective. Rather than perceiving the acknowledgement of death as something terrifying, we can regard it as a potent motivator, to live our lives to their fullest potential. It's about embracing the present moment, not deferring our dreams, or happiness, for some uncertain future that is not assured. Consider the things you've been delaying, perhaps it's pursuing a passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply taking time to savor the small joys of daily life. Memento mori serves as a reminder not to take our time for granted. It encourages us to live more authentically, to speak our truth, to love openly, and to remain present in our lives. This concept also instructs us to value the transience of life, which in turn enhances our gratitude for the moments we possess. When we acknowledge that our time is finite, we are more inclined to cherish our experiences, to live with greater mindfulness, and to express appreciation for the people and moments that enrich our lives. Therefore, let us employ memento mori, not as a source of dread, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life. Let it serve as a reminder to make decisions that align with our core values, to treasure our relationships, and to savor the beauty of the present moment. Recognizing that we will one day die, encourages us to live more fully, today. By embracing memento mori, we gain a powerful reminder to live not in fear of death, but in celebration of life. Let us make every moment meaningful, not because we fear its end, but because we cherish life itself. Let us live in such a way that, when our time comes, we can look back without regrets, knowing we lived fully, loved deeply, and valued the incredible journey that life is. It's remarkable how such a straightforward concept can exert a profound influence on our lives. It's about shifting our focus to what we possess, rather than fixating on what we lack. This practice can be transformative, especially on days that feel particularly challenging. The Stoics, with their deep wisdom, had much to say about gratitude. They believed that happiness does not stem from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already have. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the significance of concentrating on the present, and finding joy in the simple things. He stated, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This embodies gratitude in its purest form, recognizing the inherent value of life itself, and the numerous blessings it offers us each day. Seneca discussed how our desires can lead us astray, constantly striving for more, and never attaining true satisfaction. He proposed that by concentrating on what we have, and recognizing that the best things in life are already within our reach, we can achieve genuine contentment. Epictetus, renowned for his pragmatic approach to Stoic philosophy, urged his followers to appreciate their current circumstances, whatever they may be. He believed that by accepting and finding value in our present situation, we could lead a more fulfilling life. But how do we cultivate gratitude, particularly when life presents unexpected challenges? It begins by making it a daily practice. Each morning, or evening, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This practice aids in rewiring our brains to focus on the positive, enhancing our mood and overall perspective on life. Gratitude also involves embracing challenges and extracting lessons from them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can help us appreciate our experiences, both positive and negative, as valuable milestones on our journey. Furthermore, practicing gratitude fosters stronger connections with others. By expressing appreciation for the people in our lives, we not only uplift their spirits, but also reinforce our relationships. A simple thank you can significantly demonstrate to someone that they are valued and loved. Aristotle discussed the importance of recognizing the good in our lives, and striving for a virtuous existence. He believed that gratitude was a crucial component of achieving eudaimonia, or true happiness, as it enables us to appreciate the goodness that surrounds us, and resides within us. Modern psychology also supports the benefits of gratitude. Studies have indicated that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience reduced anxiety, improved sleep, and a more positive outlook on life. As Carl Jung stated, the word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. By acknowledging and being grateful for the full spectrum of our experiences, we discover a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. So, let's make gratitude a cornerstone of our daily lives. Let's celebrate the small victories, cherish the moments of connection, and find joy in the simple pleasures. By concentrating on what we have, rather than lamenting what we lack, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and happiness that radiates from within. Remember, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, it's gratitude that fosters happiness. Let's fill our glasses half full, raise them high, and toast to the beauty of gratitude in our lives. Cheers to finding the silver lining, even on the cloudiest of days. The Stoics had a deep understanding of personal excellence. They believed that excellence, or virtue, is the highest good, and that all our efforts should be directed towards living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, for example, embodies the pursuit of personal excellence. He once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This straightforward, yet powerful statement, captures the essence of personal excellence. It's about embodying the virtues we admire, and striving to live by them, each day. Seneca emphasized the importance of self-improvement and lifelong learning. He advocated for living in harmony with nature and reason, suggesting that true excellence originates from within, and is reflected in our actions and decisions. Epictetus highlighted the role of personal responsibility in achieving excellence. He taught that our reactions, emotions, and willpower are within our control, and mastering them is essential to leading a virtuous life. But what does focusing on personal excellence look like in our everyday lives? It begins with setting personal standards based on our values and aspirations, not on societal expectations or the accomplishments of others. It's about understanding who we are, recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, and taking consistent steps toward improvement. Personal excellence is also about resilience. It's about how we respond to setbacks and failures, not just our successes. As Aristotle wisely said, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. This means viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as obstacles. Furthermore, focusing on personal excellence involves cultivating a growth mindset, a concept championed by modern psychology. It's the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset encourages us to embrace challenges, persist despite setbacks, and view effort as a pathway to mastery. Personal excellence also means living authentically. It's about staying true to ourselves and our values, even when it's difficult. It's about making decisions that reflect who we are and who we aspire to be, and taking pride in our journey, including both the struggles and the triumphs. Practicing gratitude, as we discussed earlier, is intertwined with personal excellence as well. By appreciating what we have, and recognizing where we are on our journey, we foster a positive outlook that supports our growth and well-being. So, let's commit to focusing on personal excellence. Let's establish our own standards, embrace our unique paths, and take pride in our progress. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection, it's about being proud of who we are and how we live. It's about celebrating our efforts, learning from our experiences, and continually striving to be the best versions of ourselves. Together, let's make personal excellence not just a goal, but a way of life. In a world inundated with social media, where likes, follows, and comments often influence our self-worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our value through the lens of others' opinions. But here's a liberating truth: your worth isn't determined by external validation. It's about being true to yourself, embracing your authenticity, and living in alignment with your values. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers we often turn to for enduring wisdom, had much to say about this. They taught that our inner peace and freedom come from focusing on what's within our control, our actions, our thoughts, our integrity, not the fluctuating opinions of others. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others." This insightful observation underscores the paradox many of us grapple with, placing greater value on others' judgments than on our own self-assessment. Seneca echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the importance of living a life that is true to oneself, rather than one shaped by the expectations or approval of others. He believed that genuine contentment originates from within, from living a life that is congruent with our principles and values. Epictetus taught that fretting over others' opinions is beyond our control, and therefore unworthy of our energy. He encouraged focusing instead on our own actions, and on living virtuously, as that's where our true power resides. So, how can we start caring less about what others think, and more about being true to ourselves? First, it's about recognizing that you are the author of your life story. You hold the power to define your worth, not society, not your social media followers, nor the people around you. It's about grounding your self-esteem in who you are, the values you uphold, the kindness you exhibit, and the effort you invest in becoming your best self. Second, practice self-reflection. Ask yourself, whose life am I living? Am I making choices based on my desires, or am I trying to conform to someone else's expectations? Reflecting on these questions can help you realign your actions with your true self. Third, embrace vulnerability. Being true to yourself means being open about your flaws, and all, understanding that perfection is an illusion. It's okay to be a work in progress, to make mistakes, and learn from them. This authenticity attracts the right people into your life, those who appreciate and value the real you. Moreover, remember the wisdom of Aristotle, who spoke about the golden mean, finding balance in life. Applying this to our concern for others' opinions, it's about striking a healthy balance between considering constructive feedback and maintaining our autonomy and self-worth. Incorporating a Stoic mindset into our lives means understanding that our worth is determined by our virtues, our actions, and our commitment to living a meaningful life, not by external validation or approval. It's about constructing a strong inner fortress that remains unshaken by the fleeting opinions of others. Let's commit to valuing ourselves for who we truly are, not for the likes, follows, or approval we receive. Let's be courageous in our authenticity, living lives that resonate with our deepest truths. Remember, your worth is inherent and unique, and by being true to yourself, you shine your light in the most genuine way possible. Let's not just navigate life, but thrive in it, with the confidence that comes from knowing we are living authentically, aligned with our values, and true to ourselves. Here's the thing, accepting change is not just necessary, it's essential for our growth and happiness. The reality is, the only constant in life is change. Learning to adapt and embrace life's inevitable shifts transforms them from something intimidating into an adventure. The Stoics had an incredibly healthy perspective on change. They viewed it as a natural part of the universe's rhythm. Marcus Aurelius said, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This profound acceptance of change, as part of the fabric of life, helps us understand that each change, whether perceived as positive or negative, has its rightful place in our journey. Seneca taught that becoming too attached to our current circumstances can lead to disappointment because, inevitably, those circumstances will change. He advised us to be flexible, and to understand that change is not merely a part of life, but a necessary component of our personal development and happiness. Epictetus encouraged us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. He pointed out that while we cannot control external events, we can control our attitudes toward them. This mindset is incredibly empowering when it comes to dealing with change. It's about focusing on our responses, finding the opportunities for growth within the change, and moving forward with resilience. But how can we become more accepting of change? First, by recognizing that change is inevitable. It's the natural order of things. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Seasons shift, people enter and exit our lives, and even our very selves are continually renewing themselves as we speak. Embracing change means embracing life itself. Second, by practicing mindfulness. Being fully present in the moment allows us to appreciate our current experiences, without becoming overly attached to them. This awareness creates space for acceptance, when those experiences inevitably evolve, or come to an end. Third, by seeking the lessons embedded in change. Every transition in our lives, no matter how difficult, brings opportunities for learning and growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can transform the challenges of change into stepping stones for personal development. Aristotle emphasized the significance of pursuing a virtuous life as the cornerstone of happiness. Part of virtue is adaptability, the capacity to navigate life's changes with grace and wisdom. It's about finding balance and harmony within the ever-changing currents of life. Modern psychology echoes this Stoic approach to change. Viewing change as an opportunity, rather than a threat, can significantly reduce our stress and anxiety levels. It can enhance our resilience, making us better equipped to handle whatever life presents. Let's remind ourselves that change is not just something to endure, but to welcome, as a natural, enriching part of our journey. By accepting change, we open ourselves to new experiences, growth, and the beautiful unfolding of our unique paths in life. Remember, going with the flow isn't about passivity, it's about actively engaging with life in its full dynamic complexity. Let's navigate the currents of change with courage, grace, and a heart open to the endless possibilities that change brings. Despite our differences, we're all in this together, navigating the intricate journey of life. By fostering an attitude of understanding and compassion towards others, we contribute to making the world a kinder, more loving place. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who continue to enlighten us with their enduring wisdom, placed great importance on the virtues of compassion and empathy. They believed in the interconnectedness of all humans, and taught that kindness and understanding towards others are essential components of living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, for example, reminded us that human beings are social creatures by nature, meant to live in harmony and cooperation with one another. He said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." This beautifully illustrates the idea that our well-being is intrinsically connected to the well-being of others. Seneca emphasized the importance of treating others with kindness and generosity. He argued that compassion is a natural human instinct, and that by helping others, we also help ourselves. In his writings, Seneca encourages us to extend our empathy, even to those who have wronged us, recognizing that they too are acting out of their own struggles and limitations. Epictetus taught that we should strive to understand others' perspectives, acknowledging that everyone has their reasons for their actions. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather approaching others with a mindset of empathy, seeking to understand their experiences and viewpoints. But how can we practice compassion and empathy in our daily lives? It starts with listening, truly listening to the stories, experiences, and feelings of those around us. It's about putting ourselves in their shoes, imagining their struggles, their joys, their fears, and their hopes. This act of understanding can bridge the gap between us, fostering a sense of connection and shared humanity. Another way to cultivate compassion and empathy is through small acts of kindness. A smile, a kind word, a listening ear, these simple gestures can make a significant impact on someone's day. By being present and attentive to others, we show them that they matter, that their feelings and experiences are valid and important. Practicing compassion and empathy also means being there for others in times of need, offering support and understanding without judgment. It's about recognizing the inherent value and dignity of every person, regardless of our differences. The ancient philosopher, Aristotle, spoke about the importance of friendship and the role of empathy in building strong, meaningful relationships. He believed that true friends not only share in each other's joys, but also in their sorrows, supporting each other with empathy and understanding. Modern psychology reinforces the Stoic emphasis on compassion and empathy, demonstrating that these virtues not only enhance our relationships, but also contribute to our own emotional well-being. By caring for others, we cultivate a sense of belonging, purpose, and happiness in our own lives. Let's remind ourselves that behind every face is a story, behind every action is a reason, and that by understanding and caring for one another, we make the world a kinder, gentler place. In doing so, we not only enrich the lives of those around us, but also find deeper fulfillment and joy in our own lives. Together, let's spread kindness like confetti, creating ripples of compassion that transform the world, one act of empathy at a time. This practice is about taking a pause, a real, meaningful pause, to reflect on our actions, our thoughts, and the paths we've walked. It's about growth, introspection, and aligning our lives with our deepest values. In a world that's constantly rushing forward, this practice serves as our anchor, ensuring we're not just being swept away, but are sailing in the direction that's true to us. The Stoics, with their profound insights into human nature, placed immense value on the practice of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, now treasured as meditations, offered a model for this practice. He didn't just govern an empire, he took the time to examine his life, his decisions, and his moral compass through writing. He regarded this reflection as essential to living a life of virtue and purpose. "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," he wrote, reminding us that our internal dialogue shapes our external reality. Seneca advocated regular self-assessment as a path to self-improvement and wisdom. He likened life to a play, suggesting that we periodically review our roles and performances. Are we acting in harmony with the character we aspire to embody? Are our actions reflective of the script we value, the script of our lives? Epictetus encouraged his students to conclude each day with a review of their actions and attitudes. This wasn't about self-criticism, but about self-awareness and growth. He urged us to ask ourselves, what did I do well? What did I do wrong? What duties were left undone? Through such questions, we can steer our lives more consciously, making adjustments that bring us closer to our ideals. But how can we incorporate this Stoic practice of reflection and review into our modern lives? First, by making it a habit. Dedicate a few minutes each day, perhaps before bedtime, to reflect on your day. What were your victories? Where did you encounter challenges, and how did you respond? This practice can start as a mental exercise, but writing it down can enhance its benefits, giving you a tangible record of your journey. Second, use reflection as a tool for gratitude. In reviewing your day, also take note of the moments, no matter how small, that brought you joy or gratitude. This balances our natural tendency to focus on the negative, cultivating a more positive outlook on life. Third, approach this practice with kindness and compassion toward yourself. Reflection isn't about berating yourself for mistakes, it's about recognizing them as opportunities for learning and growth. Treat yourself with the same understanding and support that you would offer to a dear friend. Aristotle emphasized the importance of living a reflective life. He believed that true wisdom comes from understanding ourselves, our actions, and our place in the world. This reflection is the essence of living an examined life, one that aligns with virtue and excellence. In modern psychology, the benefits of regular reflection are well documented, showing improvements in mental health, clarity of purpose, and personal growth. Reflecting on our experiences helps us process emotions, learn from our actions, and make more informed decisions moving forward. Let's commit to this practice of regular reflection and review. Let it serve as our guidepost, ensuring that we're not just passively experiencing life, but actively shaping it according to our values. By taking the time to look back, we gain the insight needed to move forward, more aligned, more aware, and more in tune with the essence of who we are, and who we aspire to be. Let's cherish this journey of introspection, for it is in knowing ourselves that we discover the path to true fulfillment and joy. Each of these lessons from Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom, they're practical tools that can help us manage stress, make better decisions, and find peace amidst chaos. Remember, it's not the challenges we encounter that define us, but the strength we find in facing them, the wisdom we accumulate, and the compassion we extend. Each step, each reflection, each act of kindness, is a brushstroke in the masterpiece that is your life. So, let's not just exist, let's live vibrantly, purposefully, and authentically. As we part ways today, I encourage you not to let the inspiration end here. On the screen, you'll find a playlist that's a treasure trove of wisdom, stories, and strategies to help you navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. Click on it, dive deeper, and continue to sculpt the most authentic version of yourself. Together, let's keep growing, keep reflecting, and keep embracing the beautiful complexity of life. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until we meet again, remember to live not just for the applause, but for the cause of being your most genuine self. Take care, and see you on the next step of our journey.